This game tonight. This is the first game of the NBA Cup for each of these teams.
Well, with only 4 games in the group stage, you have to get off to a good start. This is a big game for both teams in the Cup. And, of course, this game counts in the regular season as well.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Atlanta Hawks. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Risacher. The post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. And it's Young in at the point. No coverage that time.
The Aussie Daniels finding his stroke from 3.
Halliburton passes to Jackson. Back to Halliburton. That one's not going to go. Johnson with some nice D. Risacher finds Young. Going inside. Johnson sets the screen for Risacher. Here's Porzingis, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Hawks ahead, they're up by 5, and will return shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And for the Hawks guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. The backcourt guards are Young and Daniels. The small and power forwards are Risacher and Johnson. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. Here's Nembhard. Halliburton for 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
Absolutely essential that they come right back and answer with that 3 of their own. And this gets the crowd energized.
Back to Young. Takes the 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Crushing blow to the host right there. I mean, they were in this game for what felt like only a second before instantly giving that three-pointer up.
Siakam inside. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so that's the end of the first half. Hawks lead by 8. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Thanks so much, Rick. What did you think of your team's offensive execution in the first half?
We got to get it moving more. We got to get it driven more. They're very physical. You're trying to run plays. They blow all that stuff up. And so bottom line with our offense, we got to get some more stops. That'll help our offense.
Defense leads to offense. Thanks, Coach.
Terrific, Allie. Thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
You know, right now for the Hawks, it's still too early to tell. I mean, can't judge a movie based on the first 15 minutes. Got to let things develop.
Yeah, I could judge your movies off the first 5 minutes.
Easy, easy, easy. And looking back on that first half, it certainly hasn't gone as planned for the Indiana Pacers.
I like shooting jumpers just as much as the next guy, but you have to challenge the paint as well. Right, partner?
Yep, they've got to go zen and find that balance.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. Atlanta's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. At the guard positions, Halliburton and Nembhard. Siakam and Jackson make up the inside pair. And it's Neesmith in at the 3 spot. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. And Jackson throws it down.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. And another look at that last play with the AT&T Connected Cam. Now Young. Pass to Rizachet. The wide open look here for Porzingis. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, the thing is, you got to be very careful when Porzingis gets that catch-and-shoot game working.
Now Siakam. Banked in off the glass. Siakam's got his first bucket of the night.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
And so it's Atlanta with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll get right back to the action when we return. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the court right now for the Hawks. The post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Rizachet. And it's Young in at the 1 spot.
And Siakam always has options in the mid-range. He's a talented shooter who can make that shot.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page.
Get your cameras ready for the Pacers at Crew. Your Pacers at Crew. Come on, everyone. Get back.
Sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey guys, well, Quinn Snyder was just reviewing the plan with the team. He stressed with his guys how important defense is at this point of the game, saying, quote, "It's got to come down to stops, fellas. We know how good our offense is. Now I need you to communicate and D up out there."
All right, Allie, thank you. Here's Young. Young is double. Johnson, the 11-footer, the putback, hustles for the rebound and guides it back in.
Nice to see Rizachet assert himself on the glass, hustling to get his team a second chance opportunity.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinate and intent. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
offenses.
Halliburton fires, and he does not hit. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Isaiah Jackson, first personal foul, second team foul. Shooting forward one time, Trey Young, taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Yeah, you know, guys, the amount of offense that Young creates for himself and his teammates is staggering. This guy does it all.
And Siakam has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Young. So the Hawks take the win. And tonight, not just a regular season win, it also counts in the NBA Cup standing.
And if you look at the teams that advance in the Cup, you normally have to win this first game. So they're off to a strong start.
Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
Well, Trey, leadership is such a key part of the point guard position. What's your focus in living up to that?
I'm a big guy and building team chemistry, so any chance I can, go bowling, hang out with these guys, build chemistry, and I think that's where it starts, is off the court, because that translates on.
Bowling, that's something I haven't done in a while. Thanks for the inspiration.
Terrific, Allie, thanks. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. See you later.